What it do, chat? It's your freaking homeboy, your neighborhood teacher, leader, inhaler, Big Matt. Today it's a beautiful day. I gotta get this view for y'all, but I'm driving. But today's a beautiful day. I'm gonna be out here doing random stuff today. I hope you guys come with me and we just enjoy the vibes together. I am in beautiful, wind's picking up. I'm in beautiful San Diego, California. We are hitting cool 60 degrees right now, and gotta love it, man, when it starts getting beautiful like this. It's always beautiful out here. I wasn't even struggling during the hot month. I had my little portable AC unit in my room. We were good over here on this side, but the house got central AC, but these people don't ever want to run it. So I'm just like, hey, if y'all don't want to run it, I'm gonna run mine. All right, well, let's get into it. All right, it's gonna be just a beautiful day. Life in the day of Matt's shoes. Right now, I'm actually online to do some deliveries. Man, speaking of just driving, bro, my friend was recently in a terrible car accident. Very terrible. I don't want to get into the details, but I also want to say to y'all, be careful out there, especially when it starts to rain a little bit. But it wasn't raining, but just be careful because, keep your eye out for stuff that's in the road, whether that's a broken down car, whether that's a object in the road. You got to always be scanning the road about, I believe it's 15 seconds ahead of your vehicle. So 15 seconds worth of distance ahead of your vehicle, you should be focusing on from time to time. All right, it's a little tip for y'all, okay? But anyway, let's get into this vlog. Positive vibes only over here. As you can see, your boy got climped up a little bit. We're looking good over here on this side. Crispy as hell, boy. You already know. So, hold on. Yep, you already know how we rocking. So, it's a beautiful day. We up in the pre-pre. Let's do it.
Knew what's concern when I finally got that bag. Knew what's concern when day I was gonna get mine. If someone tries to take mine, I'm reaching for my waistline. I was never scared when I jumped up off that porch. I was never scared when they tried to kick my door.
First order of the day is from Starbucks. If you guys have been following Starbucks, most of y'all know that Starbucks is like, shutting down hella stores. That don't matter if it's in a popping location, they're just shutting down hella stores. And it's not that they're going out of business. I heard people like, oh yeah, they're going out of business. Like, nah, they're basically trying to improve their whole vibe. So they got to shut down a bunch of stores to like focus in, dial in on the few stores that they do have. So yeah, we're going to Starbucks right now. That just teaches us a valuable lesson though, because a lot of people are complaining. They're like, hey, this was our hangout spot, da-da-da-da-da. You gotta be grateful even for the small things. In life, things could just change in a matter of just days sometimes. So, next time you're at your neighborhood Starbucks shop, think of things to be grateful for while you're drinking your coffee, yeah? Cool. First bag acquired. This one's a quickie. Like $5.50 real quick. Let's have a little fun. So my first delivery was off the grid a bit, and I can't think of a better day to be living off the grid. It's really beautiful out here. You hear that water trickling? Oh yeah. Small little area right here. Really cool. Quiet little area. I took a little break from this vlog because your boy just applied for Stanley Steamer, and now I'm just doing food deliveries. But as you know, I have had a bit of experience with carpet cleaning in my past, so this should be fun to be an employee for a cleaning company instead of the owner. But yeah, I nailed it though. Yeah, got another delivery, Fukadoa, however you pronounce it, and now I'm just dropping it off. All right, chat. So I'm overthinking a little bit, which isn't necessarily bad because I'm thinking about how Stanley Steamer, same thing with coconut cleaning out there in Arizona. They all tend to pay their carpet cleaning technicians, the beginner ones at least, that's where you start off. You start off as an apprentice. They all like to pay you the bare minimum wage. And I feel like, and then they sell you a hoop dream of trying to get you to have a hoop dream that you'll get more one day by being the person who teaches the apprentice. That all sounds good, but if I'm starting off with the bare minimum wage, I feel like it'll be so much more easier just working somewhere easier, where I don't have to move furniture and you know, operate heavy equipment, stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just feeling like going fishing right now. Like my head is doing spirals. I'm not even gonna lie. This whole rat race that I'm in, that everybody's in, just everyone wants you to take care of the stuff that you have, you know, take care of the bills that you have, but nobody wants to pay you a decent enough wage to be able to really. Oh yeah, plus they want me waking up at 7 a.m. So I got to be there at 7 a.m. I just felt like there would be a way easier job than that. So that's going to be hard. And if you want to get their free food, you could be there at, you know, 6:15 to 6:50 to get their free breakfast. You get $1 cheaper gas because they have their own gas station. I'm just like, sounds good, but at the same time, it's like, I just want something that's going to pay me fairly more than that, and I just don't feel like that's fair. If y'all are paying us like at least 20, maybe 22, 24, that'll be more worth it, but I just feel like it ain't worth it. So anyways, here I am doing my content creation. I had a really neat idea from somebody the other day. I used to go around asking people if they want me to take photos with my professional camera, and it worked. The only thing that sucked about it was the transferring it to their phones right then and there on the spot. I figured out how to get it done, but I feel like the key is simplicity. And there's this kid walking around a Polaroid at the beach, and he was just $5 a pop. No editing, no transferring to a different device to get it sent to them right away. And he said he was making like, I don't believe him 100%, but he said he was making like 150 a day. And that was the slight day. That was, you know, not a full day's worth. But he's already probably made 150 just doing that. So there's that too, where I get to keep my freedom and all that stuff. So we'll see. Right now I'm at the bait shop, so fishing. All right, chat, I got me some wacky weedless size 1 hooks. Switch it up. I was doing a, I guess, Texas style rig of the Cinco worm. So see how the wacky rig does today. I'm gonna be going to Lake Poway. I got skunked once again. Lake is closing, and thinking about hitting a new lake next time. Like, they got fish here. I've seen people take home some really good game as in good fish. But I guess I don't know how to fish or something.
Did you catch any bass?
No bass. What about you?
Not really, but did you fish the dam?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Fish the dam.
Fish the dam?
Just go at night or something, fish the dam.
Oh, really? At 9, you said?
At night.
Oh, at night. They let you come at night as long as you walk in? You gotta walk in, huh?
Yeah, walk in, you're like tanks. Like tank after tank.
Really?
There's no pressure over there.
No pressure at all, huh?
Yeah.
Dang, I gotta come back because I see the fish here, but I just can't ever get one on my hook.
Yeah, it's pressure. So go there.
Pressure, huh?
Yeah. They don't do like, you'll see like 8 hunters just swimming through you.
Dang.
Yeah, so,
Good thing I got a 10-pound line.
yeah, right?
Woo. Hey, thanks for the tip, bud. Have a good one. Now we got the hat, guys. Gotta walk in here at night.
Mariano, I don't come to your mind like none of the time, so you not gon' slide. I hold my 9, maybe one more time, I'ma put you in line. God send me a sign, sip it, bring me not wine, I'ma put you in line. God send me a sign, sip it, bring me not wine. I got too many problems, my 40 finna solve them. These bullets you cannot dodge them. We broke together, now we having rich sex. I got too many problems, my 40 finna solve them. These bullets you cannot dodge them. We broke together, now we having rich sex. I'm done, washed up, smoking on this cake like a fucking roster. I eat steak, lobster. I was out here flocking like my name was Walker. I can't lie.
All right, chat. We didn't get skunked, bro. I came back early morning. I caught me a 1.74 pounder. It was a bass. She was a beauty. I'll put the picture up in there, but that's my PB, guys. That's my PB. It's my first bass that I caught since I was a little kid. I caught one when I was little, and it was all by myself. I casted it when I was little. I casted it by myself when I was little, and I retrieved it by myself. I think the only thing that I didn't do was like get the hook out of the mouth and stuff like that. And basically, dude, this thing was freaking pulling my drag. That's what I wanted to feel. I caught a 7-pound catfish the other day. It pulled my drag a little bit, but the fight was, this fish was definitely a lot more blah, 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 blah. So it was cool. I'm sorry I couldn't get much on video, guys. You know, I'm only one guy, so I got my hands tied, but I'm super excited. Didn't get skunked again. First bass since I was a kid. I was starting to think that San Diego bass fishing's trash, but came in clutch and bigger fish to come. So we are about 12 minutes, 5 miles. We're delivering a sink. Really small though, like really light. This is the type of stuff we deliver through Uber Eats and stuff. All right, chat. As you can see, I'm about to change my oil. I want y'all to come with me. It should be fun. I left my washers at the house. I bought washers ahead of time. Or not washers, but my oil drain gaskets. So I'm grabbing that real quick because I was right down the street. And then I'm gonna take my butt to the dealer. And then we'll see where we go from there. Come with me. So it is 11:33. I do this on purpose. I drive it to low mileage as well. I'm gonna show you why later. But as you can see, I do it every 5,000 miles, so it's 85,000. The funny thing about every 5,000 miles is they recommend every 10,000 miles, but that's for normal driving conditions. Most Americans don't realize it, but most Americans drive severe conditions. What is that? Stop and go, short trips, dusty, hot, cold, extreme hot, cold. All these different conditions, it meets the criteria for most Americans. Now you may be like, Matt, then what's normal driving conditions? What I have found out was it's more of a casual highway driver, not many stop and goes, a little bit longer trips, not very dusty, not very hot, not very cold. Is that you? Okay. Maybe you could do the 10,000. I wouldn't recommend it because Car Care Net on YouTube says that's one of the biggest reasons why you get these new cars right out of their warranty, by the way. That's the whole gimmick, is get you out of your warranty, get you good, those 10,000 miles will get you through your warranty for sure. But after that, start taking a dump on you and be like, what happened? I followed the maintenance recommendations. And then they'll be like, well, you're out of warranty, so it sucks. You're gonna have to come out of pocket, rebuild, blah, 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 and you get screwed over. So just save yourself the hassle. Oil's cheap, engines are expensive. Same thing with your transmission fluid. I changed my own transmission fluid. It wasn't that hard, to be honest. The only hard part was getting it off the ground and leveled. So I would probably pay someone to do that next time, but oil changes are real simple. I'm gonna show you right now. Also, you got other fluids that need to be changed. Basically, every fluid in your car needs to be changed at some point. So, no fluid lasts forever. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Toyota did their Dougie on the Corolla. We ain't even gonna look at the price tag. Sheesh. So just got out, got my oil filter. I got my gasket from O'Reilly's because it's a little better quality gasket and it's cheaper, half the price, even though gaskets are cheap. So the customer service here at Toyota Poway is not bad. I think they're pretty good here as far as customer service, and like, you know, maybe not knowledge, because they tried to tell me that I didn't need to change my differential fluid when I asked if they could change it. And basically they tried to talk me out of it because they're like, you don't really need to do that, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, do it. And I found out in my manual that at around 60,000 miles in severe conditions to change your differential fluid if you have an all-wheel drive vehicle or a four-wheel drive vehicle. So I got it changed. They fixed the problem. My oil pan got stripped out. It strips really easy, so make sure. The manager in there is like, what happened? It's a 23. It shouldn't have had this much work done. I was like, it stripped out super easy. I found out that I wasn't the only one that knows about this. There was a YouTube video that was like, these things strip out very easy, so don't do too hard. So basically, I was only doing the torque spec. I was doing 30 foot-pounds, and I have verified the torque spec multiple times, and it's still the same, 30 foot-pounds, which I don't do anymore. I do 25 foot-pounds. But basically, he was like, why don't you guys just do it like the good old days where we, you know, get it tight, get it snug, and then a quarter turn. I'm like, that's what my older brother said. I was like, but I bought me $100 torque wrench, so I'm finna use it. We like to get it down to the spec, baby. But yeah, the coffee here though, compared to the old one I used to live next to, shout out to Norm Reeves Toyota, is not as good, bro, because this is just, they have powder creamer. Gross. Yeah, the other one had a freaking latte machine, bro. I had me a chai espresso, a dirty chai from the other one, and it tasted so good, bro. Like, I was hoping they had that here, but they didn't. But another thing, they didn't report all that work to my Carfax. They tried. I saw that it popped up in my email and the things listed, but they didn't list everything, like the details. Like, they had to replace the oil pan. They just said the car was serviced and some other stuff. I was like, what the heck? But at least they tried. But I got on them about that. Because Norm Reeves, their stuff's popping up on my car care maintenance log, so I hope they get that fixed. They said they're gonna work on that and try to get it fixed. Because if I'm gonna be bringing my car here to get work done in the future, I want it to be logged in my service history for sure. All right, to the next spot we go. Oh yeah, chat. Another thing that Norm Reeves Toyota, it's in Mission Valley. They're the goats, bro. They have a collision center, Toyota Collision Center. Now I went to Toyota Kearney Mesa. They have a collision center, but here's the catch. Penske owns the dealership Toyota, and they own the collision center, which the collision center is Penske. It's not Toyota. The one in Norm Reeves has it built, and they were trying to send me to a different location. The one in Norm Reeves, the collision center is in the same building, Toyota certified collision center. I was like, yo, that's super sick. I took a look in there. I was like, wow, you got not only just their collision center. I don't know if I looked in the collision center or if I just saw their workshop where they work on the cars. Dude, it was beyond me. Like, it was like a Dream Mechanics workshop. It was all indoors. They had like freaking so many lifts, bro. And it was like indoors in San Diego, bro. I would work there, bro. That place, if y'all looking for a job and you got like a little thing where you have your certificate for working on cars, I would definitely recommend trying to apply at Norm Reeves Toyota, because they the shit over there. All right, chat, we got them stop by Lowe's real quick. All right, chat. So I measured the distance between my wheels, and it was like a little less than 4 feet. This is almost 3 feet. So I think I'm gonna go with the large, especially since it's heavy duty. Could probably absorb a lot more. So how much are these? $5. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Fudge! Yeah, boys, we ain't even had breakfast yet. Now, we are close to the $89, I believe, is what they charge at the dealership for them to change their oil, change the oil themselves. I was about $4 deep into 2 gaskets, about a $5 box, and I bought the oil, which was like $53 with the oil filter. So that's easily like $64. But rest assured that we are finna still get active regardless, because next time around it's gonna be a lot easier, because we're gonna have everything. We won't have to do all these pit stops, and it's gonna be a lot more time saved than paying somebody at the dealership to do it for me, and they just take their sweet time. Then I have to come back to pick up my car later. Nah, I'd rather just, time is money. So, plus I know this might sound crazy because this is gonna be, y'all probably gonna look at me like I'm doing a lot of work here, but I genuinely enjoy doing my oil changes. It's kind of weird. Boys, get yourself some ramps from Harbor Freight, the Pittsburgh plastic ones, portable ramps. Don't pull your car in all the way. Just boom. If you're wondering, my local AutoZone kind of lets me do it here. They didn't say I can, but they didn't say I can't. They said people do it here all the time. It's a little bit more flat here than at my house, so I prefer it here. Alright, look how easy this is. Like I said, doesn't need to be perfect, but it's a lot more level than my house. The bead was all the way to the end of my house. Put the cardboard before you pull up your ramps. Pop your hood before you pull up your ramps. Get all the stuff you need out of your car before you pull up the ramps. Pulling up your ramps is super freaking easy. You'll feel it bounce down. I'm gonna show you guys. Wait for this beeping to go. Super easy. 3, 2, up, up, uppity. Right there. Put in park. My e-brake automatically engages, so if yours doesn't, engage your e-brake. I got too close, I'm gonna need more space. I gotta back these ramps up. Make sure you got a decent gap on each side of the wheel. Doesn't need to be perfect, but what helps is pushing the ramp to the wheel before you pull up. Love you guys, so I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm grabbing a 10 for the cover. There's one there, 2 here. Boom. 3 and 4. Back with 10. We don't got a 14 in here, so gotta buy this from Harbor Freight. We got 14 right there. It's for the oil drain plug. Now I'm probably gonna need to use a breaker bar since the dealership did my last oil change. You know how they be rolling. So what helps it drain faster is cracking that, which I've already done, the cap. Leave it over it though so it doesn't get dust in there. And then having warm oil as well will help it drain faster. Don't rush this part while it drains. All right, here we go, boys. I'm gonna do this with both hands, but as you can see, the bolt's right there. That was easy, probably didn't even need it. Cover with the cardboard, of course, underneath. Try to get some gloves on. And I'm gonna do this with one hand so it doesn't drip down my sleeve. I'm gonna put this down. Nice. It's really important making sure your gasket comes off with the bolt. It is on there, that black piece. This is why you need the cardboard, because if the wind picks up the light trickle, it'll blow it. See that wind? I like this filter wrench because it has 2 modes. One for a large one and one for the small one. Universal. That's coming to a trickle. The filter is right here. And you just whip it with these things. Hold on. You just whip it with these filter winches. So just like that. And you twist it in the lefty-loosey position. And then make sure you move your thingy over it. A lot of people, they basically put the bolt back in, which is kind of weird. Well, I would get it if it was far away, but yeah, no need for that here because it's so close. All right, now it's draining from there too. I'll make sure it's covering both. No spill so far, guys. We are on top of it. Once again, chat, these are not reusable, so why am I seeing double? Put your new one. Hand tighten. I'm gonna say it again. Hand tighten your oil filter. No need to over torque that thing. Get it snug and give it try to almost get it around town one more time. Meaning almost a 360. You don't need to do a full 360. Try to get one last full turn out of it once you get it slightly snugged or snugged. They say 10,000 mile oil changes, Matt. It lasts 10,000 miles. It's good stuff. Does this not look dirty to you guys? This is 5,000 miles. Don't listen to them. Now time to bring out the big guns. This is the part where they're why don't you guys just listen to the old-fashioned people? You know, get it snug and then do a quarter of a turn. Because about this, I had a cheaper one, guys, but since I stripped my oil pan, I'm sure I was doing the accurate foot-pounds, because a lot of people say it's super accurate, but the only thing is it's hard to get the numbers right. Look how easy it is to get the numbers right on this one. So I could have, there could be a slight flaw in my last one, because I probably could have been 10 pounds over. When I'm trying to shoot for 20, when I'm trying to shoot for 30, I could have accidentally shot to 30. So there's 20. We're gonna set it right there, 25. Then we're gonna lock it. This is the safe zone, guys. These strip very easy. Don't make that same $700 mistake that I did. And then it locks into place. Wow. Yeah. Always double check. 25 foot-pounds. Good to go. Until it clicks, baby. Okay, boom. Yeah, that's too much. I don't like that. Toyota, I don't agree with it, guys. 20 foot-pounds. I'm going down to 20. Or at least 22. They got me fucked up. Ain't gonna happen again. There we go. That should do it. So I'm going for 22 foot-pounds. I didn't like how much more it was going so tight. I was just like, ee! Because that hurt my pockets last time, I ain't gonna lie. Thing you can do to test it, which I'm gonna do, is I'm going to not put the cover back on. I'm gonna fill it back up, pull it down the ramps so that it's nice and level, and then check for leakage, and then I'll pull it back up the ramps, put the cover back on, and we're good to go. Because it needs to be under pressure. Get yourself some funnel. It says 4.4 quarts, but don't be a square bear, put 4.5. Trust me, I've done this test. Check the level after 4.5, perfectly fine. Make sure your oil on your can says the same exact number as on your cap. Always double check the number on the can with the number on your car before you put it. Each one, don't matter. So that's the first one. Now we got 3.5 more to go. And like I said, check it, boom, match it, boom. Toyota, Poway. What the hell is going on, bro? This didn't even crack when I opened it. This better be the right oil, or I'm gonna kick someone's butt. The seal was broken. What kind of shit is that? 4.5 quarts in between that 600 and that 400. All right, I'm gonna just say we're gonna call it 25. I wanted to put it to 22 first because I wanted to see how 22 felt. So let's just do 25. That was the lowest official dealership, Norm Reeves, that I was telling you guys about, recommended. 25, what they said they do. And 5 is not much farther than 2, so let's just torque it to 25. And wipe your bolt off once you're done so you can make sure it's not leaking. Yeah, that was barely even a little tiny baby bit more. So 25 is fine, guys. Don't go crazy past that. Just waiting to strip your bolt. So you don't need to take your car off the ramps to get it to see if there's pressure. There should be enough oil in the car to be able to be good enough while you're on a, like, say you're on a hill, you know, there should be enough for that. So start it, and then in park, for a Prius, you have to rev it. Hold your foot pedal for like 3 seconds, let go. It's there. Good job. Yeah, Chad, I forgot to tell you. Always wear protection goggles or glasses. You're gonna thank me later when you prevent dust from dropping into your eyeball. And that's not the good dust. Yeah. Now, after your engine turns off, check your oil level, boom, good to go. I got one more tip for you guys after this. Now, another reason why I do it at AutoZone is because I could just walk it in like that. They kind of look at you funny, like, where'd you do that at? I'm like, in the parking lot. They're like, oh, I don't care. They don't care. But anyways, say you got an open top like this and it doesn't have the like, you know, cap and all that stuff. You can put a funnel to your 5-gallon thing and then fill this up, put the cap on, bring it to AutoZone and dump it. Make sure they take oil before you bring it there though. Some AutoZones don't take oil. But I spilled one time doing that, filling that canister up with the funnel. That was a big spill too, and that ain't coming out. So I just decided to just keep it one less risk of spilling and just walk it straight in, which is kind of messy too. It is what it is. So this is why I say run your gas to a quarter tank, because I'm gonna get me this, but I want the high mileage, because anything over 70,000 miles, you want to use high mileage. Cleanliness purposes, ask AutoZone if they could give you a trash bag. It really helps with storage. And then buy this just so they're happy. Now, this is only for when I do my oil changes. If you look on this bottle though, they be trying to finesse. They say right here, they said into a nearly empty tank and refill up. Well, basically I can't find it exactly, but they be trying to say to do this every time you refill your gas tank. Just every oil change. It works the best when you do it with an oil change. All right, here's how to reset the maintenance light. Let's see if we could do it while it's in park. I think you gotta actually do something else. So, the camera is not having fun with all this glare. Okay, go down to settings. Right. Change and hold those settings. And then, it's not there. Then you gotta go one more. There. Hold those, boom. Schedule maintenance. Touch and hold to reset, boom. Reset, yeah. Reset complete. And then the oil maintenance comes on every 10,000. So I'm actually not gonna do this one, because I wanted to say oil at the next 5,000. Cool. My last and final tip for you guys is, if you want to hold your car's value up and have all your maintenance records, there's a way to log with Carfax. Log your do-it-yourself oil changes in your Carfax. I don't know if you guys knew that, but what I do is I take a picture of the receipt of the oil change. I also log that I did fuel treatment as well, and I also take a picture of the odometer, and I take a picture of, yes, the receipt, and yeah, that's all I really do. And I also put the receipt for the Chevron Tektron, which I already crumbled, but yeah, I put all that stuff. And if you have the receipt for your gaskets, if you buy your gasket somewhere else, to be honest, I'm probably not gonna do that next time. I was just at O'Reilly's and I was getting interested. Because AutoZone, they sell metal ones, which I prefer, because they're, I got some from the last dealership, Norm Reeves, and they oftentimes got stuck to the bolt and I had to separate it with a flathead. And the one that I got from Poway didn't do that, so I'm probably not gonna buy it from O'Reilly's next time. But the ones from O'Reilly's aren't gonna stick to your bolt either. It just pulls off by hand. So probably just, yeah. And I am super excited that I registered that fish today, because I've been wanting to take a boat to Lake Poway. I wanted to rent it. I don't even know if I don't even need to have a boat launch ramp at Lake Poway. I gotta check for that. But I know they got one at Lake Miramar. But basically, I've been wanting to rent a boat, because I don't have room for a boat anyways. But basically, I'll keep you guys updated if I end up winning that, fish of the month thing. And I'll definitely take you guys on the vlog with me on the lake with the boat. I'm probably gonna bring my girl, probably, maybe even my brother, if he's down. And we'll just vlog the whole experience, show you what we catch, all that stuff. And I'll keep you guys updated whether I win or not, because I'm actually excited, because I was the only one on there. The other person had a heavier fish, but it was a catfish. So basically, it's each grade, they give you the free rental if you catch the biggest fish in that class. And I'm the biggest fish in that class so far. Got the only one on there with a bass so far. And basically, we're in the middle of the month, so there's not much more time. So fingers crossed, should be a fun vlog. Either way, I'm gonna rent a boat eventually. So whether I win or not, I'm still gonna take you guys on a trip with me and show you guys all the big bass from the top of the water, because you can just see them super easily through the boat. not easy catching them, but it is easy seeing them. They're all over the place. It's really big fish in there, really big fish. I saw the biggest bass of my life swimming through those waters. Off the fishing dock though. It was huge. I was like, oh my goodness. My girl pointed it out to me. I was like, oh my gosh. We were both trying to catch it. We're like, he's smart, he's smart. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you guys. AutoZone, they take your oil filter and your dirty oil, but they don't take your oil can. They don't take the containers. The oil contaminated containers, they do not take. So those 5 containers, I'm gonna have to dispose of those myself. And if you're a good Samaritan, I recommend calling the local trash facility near you, and they have a day that you can schedule to drop off oil contaminated containers. So if you're a good Samaritan, most people are just gonna throw it in the trash or in a dumpster. I mean, it's not gonna be the end of the world, but I'm a green thumb, so I like to contribute as much as I can. I don't litter. I don't like throwing away oil contaminated containers just wherever either. So you guys, in total, I spent $76.58, and they charge $89.99 to do the oil change at the dealership. Now, most of y'all will be like, I would just pay them to do my oil change. Good for you. I enjoy it. I like it. Gotta get a little dirty. Yeah. I'm clean with it though. But the thing that really I do it for is time is money. And I don't have time for them turning a 30-minute process into a 3-4 hour one. Now, that one did take longer than usual because I had to get new cardboard and some freaking jumping around a little bit. But in the long run, those little things add up. And like I said earlier, like I was saying earlier, but I forgot to say, basically, if they strip your oil bolt, all they're going to tell you is you need a new oil pan. I've seen forums of people saying the dealership went to do my oil change, and they told me that I need a new oil pan because it was stripped. So we went on a forum to see if he was getting ripped off, and everybody was like, yeah, they're not finessing you. It happens, bro, when you over torque that thing. They get stripped out easy. So they're not going to take responsibility 100% of the time. They might take 100% responsibility if they're the only people who do your oil change. But like me, I've brought in this car to maybe 4 different places to change my oil. The place I bought it from, Burge Toyota in Arizona, and then Norm Reeves, I brought it to Valvoline, and then I brought it to Poway. No way they're taking 100% responsibility for that oil pan stripping unless they were the only ones doing those oil changes. And if we're the only ones doing the oil changes and they're not trying to take responsibility, you better not be no pushover, and you better stand on business, and you better tell them to fix what they stripped. Okay? Cool. And of course, you can subtract the $14 from the mobile Tektron, because it would have been $89.99 plus the $14.99, because the fuel treatment isn't included with their oil change price. So, and they tax for fuel treatment. They don't tax, but for example, they had this Toyota brand in there for $22, and that one's only $14. So remember that as well. And let me just elaborate on time is money. So say I'm doing food deliveries, right? I do my own oil change in about an hour. Now I could get back to doing food deliveries, and I can make my $22, $25 an hour. And for those 2-3 extra hours that they keep the car, I could be making $50. So technically, that's $50 more expensive than me doing it myself and getting back to the chicken. So it may seem like it's not that much more, just pay them, but they're taking up time. So therefore, you're actually saving money, because time is money. Beautiful day today. Great day to get in the pool. All right, you guys, a little lock maintenance here. So I just sprayed my hair with this. It's a dry shampoo, but it's low residue. It's the only low residue one I was able to find in the store. Just get the scalp real good, some of the locks. Because when you sweat, I just got through sweating a good amount, whether that was for me jogging with my fish this morning. I didn't scare it, I promise. And doing this oil change, I sweated a good amount. So I did some dry shampoo to absorb some of that oil. And then instead of using this, which is my daily moisturizer, made for locks, You get this at Walmart. This is an aloe spray. This is for just like daily moisturization. I use it every other day. I don't use it every day. But since I use a shampoo, technically, I'm gonna follow up with this. It's a low moisture leave-in conditioner. Low prosperity means low moisture. Yeah, low residue is what I mean. Hope I said the same about the other. So I'm gonna follow up with this product. I also got it from Walmart, and you can get this from Walmart too. So if you want to lock this in after you spray it, which I'm not gonna do today, so I don't want to put too much stuff in my hair all at once. But this will lock the moisture in. It's an oil spray, made for locks, oil spray. So I'm gonna just do it today, just cause it's not like you're putting extra stuff in your hair, because it's meant to lock in the moisture, which is good. So I'm gonna spray this. Shake it. This stuff smells really good too. You don't want to overdo it. Just I want to get these ones in the front because these ones are really brittle. Work it in. You don't need to technically do each one. What I like to do is just kind of work it in like that, because I got kind of work it into the scalp just a little. And this stuff is great. Smells good as well. And then that's what you really want to work into the scalp. But I like the spray because it gets the locks too, versus regular oils only hit the scalp most of the time, and then you could work it into the lock by twisting them. So now I'm just gonna give every little, I only have 24 locks, so I'm just gonna give it all a nice little twist up here. Just a quickie. Pause. Doesn't need to be every single one, just working it in the vast majority of the easy to grab ones. As you get farther on your lock journey, you kind of know where each lock is. So I think I got most of them just by that. If you're wondering, I'm about 8 months into my lock journey. But I've been really on a lock journey for like a year. But 8 months into the journey after getting starter locks. I set the intention to do locks about a year ago. So I started growing my hair about a year and a half, probably a year and a half ago now, is when I set the intention to do locks. On my way to fuel up at the gas station so I can use my fuel treatment. We fucking ghetto over here. Look, gotta put this shit in. This shit's easy as fuck. Come on. Thank God. I was scared the little plastic metal tab might have fell in there. And then just fill up so it mixes it. Boom. Damn, that's a weird thing about the new Priuses. It doesn't like to hold this fucking California gas pump in very well. You guys see that? You gotta really finesse it in there. It's really weird, in my opinion. There it goes. Yeah, fills up. Takes about like 8 gallons, 9 gallons sometimes. Mixes up that, cleans and protects. That's recycled, we don't do that. Chat, I am telling you, when you're doing content creation, you gotta be laser focused, bro. Because like, you're like literally doing everything, like all at once. You're like a multitasker, bro. And you forget stuff while you're doing things really easy. So, this is not for the faint of heart. Make sure you hit that like button. Just got to my boo thang's house, and we got a new bed to break in. Pause. I must be old as fuck or something, but damn, they already came out with Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Cotito baby! I don't mind having you in the camera though, Cotito Moto. Cotito Moto. Did you just bite my toe? All right, chat. I just got to Mira Mesa, and we got 3 orders all at once. One from Home Depot, one from El Patron, and one from Jack in the Crack. It's late out here. I don't know why, but Grubhub is going crazy right now. I got this free little thing right here from one of the food places. I think it's like a Chinese thing, but it has pork in here. Drop down in the comments if you ever had it before, whether you like it or not. But speaking of that, all that talk about doing your own oil changes, It's not just about saving money all the time either. It's also knowing that it was done correctly. That's a big thing for me. And write down in the comments if you could resonate with that.
You would think I'm playing Tetris if you listen to my lyrics, and you might just learn a lesson. Hey,
nigga play fetch. Lately it's material in my city. I've been steady blowing on this gas, getting lifted. Lately I've been sleeping with my glizzy.
Finishing the night with some Equalizer. Evelyn's addicted. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful night. All right, it's your boy Big Matt with another vlog. Bye. Have a wonderful time.